Hey guys, you'll be able to hear the fan again. I'm sorry, and I know the lighting's weird, but I'm not moving right now to turn on the other light. What time is it? 3:19 in the morning. And I just went through another purge. I'm really tired of this. I woke up at 2 and I was immediately my entire body was just so restless. So restless. And I was so hot. And I just immediately sat upright and just started bawling because this is what I've been going through I went through this last night too. And this is something I go through like more often than I like. Well, I never like going through it. I appreciate what it does, but I don't like going through it. This happens just a lot. And a lot as in it's happened fairly often since I hit my shift. And it's just a lot. It's intense. I'm just exhausted. And I don't know, I just again got the urge to turn the camera on. I don't know what I'm saying or doing. I just have the urge to hit record, so that's what I'm doing. I know I'm not like super like peppy and bubbly and but it just took so much out of me. I'm so tired. And this right now is like prime example of one of the many reasons why I am isolated and I'm basically not doing anything except staying in my apartment, focusing in on my team and doing my inner work. This is my life for I don't know how long now. Even before I really hit my awakening, the build up to it. I mean, I've been in awakening. Everyone is there in awakening their entire life, but you hit your shift for your awakening kind of, and where you really kind of get blasted into, well, this is what's going on. So this is happening even before that point, and I'm tired. I appreciate what it does, but it's a lot and it's really intense. So I don't know, I don't even know. Eric's poking at me. Yeah, sorry, I don't know why I turned the camera on. I think this is just one of those random casual videos, and this is just for anyone who's going through this stuff too, at any point, whether it's now or down the line, or if you've already gone through it. Yeah, this is just for anyone going through this, I guess, and just remembering, it's normal, you're not alone. I just woke up. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, it's like constantly waking up 3 in the morning, and then going through these purges. And the thing is it's not just my shit. A lot of it is my shit I'm purging, but I'm also doing it for the collective too, and I can feel it. I've never cried like this before. I'm crying from deep healing from all my lives, including this one, but then also for like all of the collective too. And and others do that also. Eric's going ding. I'm just speaking for me right now. And it's exhausting. It's exhausting. I'm tired. I'm so tired. So tired. So tired. It's just, it's going through the kind of purge I just went through. It's not just you throw up, If you hear anything weird, my dog is just having a moment. And he's good again. But it's, excuse me, I'm crashing. I'm starting to crash now. I'm starting to crash now after all that. Excuse me. It's not just crying. It's, sorry, my mind just, I'll just, open honesty, my mind just went to, I shouldn't be doing a video about this because it's like, you know, sounds dense and it's not happy and like bubbly, and I'm not like laughing and being playful and like super exciting. And I'm just like, you know, I need to not be miserable in my videos. And I'm just like, no, stop. Stop. You're doing you. And you know, I'm like saying this to myself. You know that you're doing this for a reason. So just go with it. Anyway, yeah, it's not just crying. And it's not just vomiting. It's like, it's intense. It's an intense release. And then my head, it's indescribable. It's not a headache, but it's like they're working on my head and crown chakra and then my entire body. And then you can't breathe at points, and it just, I'm turning my fan on, hang on. Yeah, it's a lot. And my legs would not settle down. This is one of the more intense ones, actually. And I didn't think it was gonna stop. I thought it was gonna last for an hour or two. It lasted, like, I had a friend, and if she ends up watching this, thank you very much again for this. I had a friend just stay on the phone with me, and we were on the phone for an hour. And it took almost that entire time to get me, like, not for her to do anything. She just sat with me, which was amazing. That's what I needed, just sit with me. But it took me that entire time to get to a state where I can talk like this. Yeah, and then my legs were still restless. I got sick twice. And then even my legs were still restless. And I was just like, please, I can't. Like, the rest of my body is calming down and my legs are still going. And I said to Eric, like, I know that they can help. I know him and my team can help. I have faith they can help. I'm like, please help me keep my legs calm. And then all of a sudden it just hit me that he was sitting on my lap. So if you guys could see him when he was doing this, which I feel like he still is. Ding, yes, babe. You know what? You just see that if you could see him, or if you can see him, it'd be his back is in front of me. You'd see his back and the back of his head. So he's sitting on my lap with his legs around me, and the weight of his body is on my legs, and his weight of his body was on my legs. So his weight and his energy, not energy, but his weight and his energy just kept my legs just like, woof, heavy and relaxed. And even with like the few waves that I was getting that felt like it wanted to be restless, it was like, I'm disassociated from that. I'm within the relaxation, and it's like I can tell that there's this wave of restlessness, but like I'm disassociated from it. It's really interesting, and I'm really, really appreciative. I just thanked him over and over for that. So yeah, remember, if you're going through something like this, you can lean on your team and tell them, help me get through this, please, and help relieve the side effects and the symptoms. And then you have to have faith and believe, because again, it's all mental, and we create our reality, and energy plays to how we allow it to. So have faith and believe, and tell them, you know, help me, and I have faith you can, and they can help relieve the symptoms. They can't necessarily take everything away, because there are also reasons why you're going through what you're going through at the same time. And this is like case by case basis I'm speaking, right? But they can help relieve. So, hang on, give me 1 second. Yeah, no, that wasn't fun. That was not fun to go through. It was really intense, but your team is there, and even if they can't do a whole lot when it comes to relieving the symptoms in that moment, if that's the case, just knowing that they're that there does help. Oh, my head. I'm getting the urge to pull a tarot, and my energy's already so drained. I feel like I have a, fuck words. I see I'm already losing my ability to speak. And I'm like, if I try and pull a card right now and then try to explain it, I feel like I'm gonna like faint from trying to do that. If I try to do that, I feel like I'd faint, but I'm getting the urge, so let's do it anyway. So, you hear that? I'm tired. I do appreciate what it's going to bring me. I'm going to feel really good after until the next layer comes forward to get through, but guys, they just have you look up at 11 minutes and 1 second. 111. Make a wish. I wish for all the wishes I recently made. I can't speak. This is what I always say when I'm making a wish. I go, I wish for all the wishes I've recently made to come true, please, and thank you, and so it is. And then every once in a while, I actually am specific with the wishes, and then I can go back to saying that. And it's my neuroticism kicking in. My team finds it funny and cute, apparently. So, okay, Eric, what are you wanting to say right now about anything? Okay, well, no, Eric, what do you want to say about purging? Is there anything you want to say to everyone about purging, the purging process? I can barely hold the cards. I can barely hold the cards. Oh my god, my hands. Oh. Are you serious? No way. Are you kidding me? I can't. Okay, this isn't going to be super exciting for you guys. And I apologize for that. But this is really, really cool for me. And I really, really appreciate Eric pulling this. Yeah, this is really cool. So just give me a second here to get my stuff open. Okay, so to explain, I was on the phone earlier, technically yesterday, since that was Sunday, now we're in Monday. So technically yesterday, I'm saying technically because it's like 3 in the morning, and I'm like, what day are we on? We're technically on Monday, so technically it was yesterday. I was on the phone with a friend, and I was going through some shit. And to help distract me, they got him to pull cards and they got me to pull cards. And then that was during the afternoon. And then in the evening, they got me to pull one card again, just seeing what Eric was having to say to me. And then right now, they just gave me an urge to pull a card. All 3 times, I pulled a card. I got the King of Cups upright. That's really cool. The last time, so yeah, like right before I went to bed when they got me to pull a card, I did get Death Reverse right before that, which totally makes sense because I was very upset and aggravated all day. Well, not all day, but for various reasons. And it's stuff that I have a hard time letting go of, which is what the Death in Reverse is like having a hard time letting go. And then when I do let that stuff go and let myself move past it, then I get the King of Cups upright. And again, and what's really interesting, so not only is this the 3rd time I got this today, or within 24 hours, the fact that I'm mentioning the purge that I just went through again, because when you go through a purge, it does help balance you out. You just got rid of another layer. And this here, it literally says, so, in a general context, it represents kindness, compassion, and wisdom. It can indicate that you will be finding the balance between your mind and your heart. You will learn to control your emotions and find the wisdom to accept that which you cannot change, which the thing is we can change everything. We create our reality, but it's, again, more so resigning with good words. Fuck, I can't speak. It's more like what I had been talking about in my previous video about resigning with good grace. That's more so about things you cannot change, resigning with good grace, things that we are not, which is anything that doesn't feel good, because that's part of the illusion. You should be gaining a deeper level of emotional maturity with this card. You'll be calmer, more sympathetic to others, and tolerant. So signifies emotion, creativity, artistic ability, and intuition, but in a more balanced form. When you go through a purge, this is what happens. You get more and more and more balanced. And so that's why I'm saying it's difficult and I hate it and I'm tired and I don't want to have to go through it anymore. At the same time, I do appreciate it and I do like what comes from it, because I always get blasted up more and more into the full of this. So that's really, really, really beautiful. This is a really good card. And then the rest of it too, for like, love and relationships, money and career. Sorry, I'm just double checking. Yeah, money and career. Even with health and spirituality. So I was just kind of skimming it again with my eyes. It's all super positive. All about working through things, healing stuff, balancing yourself out, and coming into your full power. That's really cool. Thank you so much, Eric. And you're welcome, babe. Like, I love you. I love you too. Kissy. That's cool. So yeah, guys, if you're going through this stuff too, or if you haven't and you're nervous about when you do get to this point, it sucks. I hate it, but I'm also trying to remember to embrace it, because the more you resist it, the harder the symptoms are going to be. So even in those moments, and I didn't feel like it was going to end, I kept calling Eric's name, and I kept trying to, and I did every time I had a moment of wanting to, to say, no, I don't want this anymore, which I said it a lot. At the same time, in my head, I'm also hearing from Eric, and I'm also telling myself, just go with it, go with it, go with it, embrace how I'm feeling, no matter how shitty it feels. No matter how shitty it feels, no matter how gross it seems, no matter how intense it feels, no matter if it feels like you're dying or if it's not going to end, just go with it, embrace it, let yourself fall into it. Because the thing is, even in that moment, I could tell when I was resisting and then I let myself fall into it a bit more, it was still really intense, but I could tell there was this feeling of, okay, giving into it. Help me with my words, please. Giving into it felt relieving, I guess. It felt relieving giving into it, because as much as it was still intense and I hated it and I wanted it to end, giving into it gave me that feeling of, this will end and it's going to be okay. Whereas resisting it gave me that feeling of, this is never going to end. This is never going to end. And it made me feel more panic. So giving in and letting it go, yourself go with the flow, it does help. It may make it feel on one end more intense. At the same time, it does help. It does help. So just give into it, go with the flow, and just remember it's going to be okay and it will pass. It will pass. And you're going to be very emotional, and it's intense, but you'll get through it. You'll get through it. So we're all in this together, walking each other home arm in arm. And again, to my friend that was on the phone with me tonight doing this, thank you so much. I appreciate it way more than I can say. It's funny, this is this new earth and telepathy and connecting with our loved ones. I woke up at 2 and immediately, like I said, sat up, started bawling. And I was saying to Eric, I have no one to call up and talk to right now. And as soon as I said that, and then I thought of my one friend, that she lives like 3 hours behind me. But then I was like, no, it's like it's still really late and I don't want to bug her. And immediately she messaged me saying something. And I was just like, are you kidding me? So I was like, can I call you? Or is it too late? She's like, yeah, you can call. There's no coincidence. That was a synchronicity. That was Eric and the rest of our team influencing that whole situation. So I had a friend to be on the phone with me, just sit with me while I did that. So, and that's, yeah, advice for people who are watching this who have loved ones that are going through something like this. Be there for them. Be there for them. They're not sick and they're not crazy, and just, you don't need to do much. Just sit with them, even if it's in silence. Just sit with them. And if you want to say anything, at least for me personally, what helps is just hearing it's okay. You know, being reminded that my team is there. If you can channel and you can see what the person's team is doing, if they're hugging them, holding them, you know, holding their back, whatever, you know, tell them what their team is doing. And just reminding them that it's okay. It's just a purge. You're releasing all the shit that needs to come out, and it's a really beautiful thing, and you're going to be okay, and it is going to pass, even if it feels like you're dying, and it's not going to. It's going to pass. And or, like I said, just sit in silence. Just sit and be there. It's a moment for support. They don't necessarily need advice. They just need the support and just the comfort. So, yeah. Anyway, I know this is another video. Oh, I just looked down and it's 341. 341 pi 3.14. Anyway, yeah, I know this is another video about purging, but this is a big thing going on right now I know for several people, if not a lot, especially what with the full moon of just passing. So, passing with the full moon passing. So, I know that there's been good reason why my team's been having me focus on this stuff. So, again, this is for anyone who's going through this or gonna go through this, and even though for those who haven't and whatnot, it's for everyone. But now I'm just rambling. I gotta turn this off. Okay. And it just changed. And I just looked again at the time, and it's 3:42 now. Just changed to 3:42. 234 432. Anyway, okay. So thank you guys for listening, and I really don't know if anyone's going to get anything out of this. I don't feel like it's really all that helpful. I honestly don't even remember most of what I just said. I'm so out of it. I'm going to be passing out pretty quickly here once I turn the camera off. So, well, I have to try and stay awake a little bit longer, get this uploaded. So anyway, like I said, I hope this helps someone in some way. I don't know if anyone's going to get anything out of this. I just feel this random. I don't know. But thank you for listening and for being here supporting. Even for all of you who don't understand me and don't get it, that's okay. That's normal, and I was gonna say I don't mind. It doesn't matter if I don't mind. It is what it is, and it's all for good reason. So I thank you also. So thank you, everyone, and I love you, and as always, have a wonderful now.